Welcome back to Redbeard RPG and Avowed, or not Avowed, good grief. um, the Outer Worlds 2. We're going to keep working on, we're going to get these parts for the mechanicals for these guys. And we do have the fast travel point. If we click the region, probably our closest one is Eden's Bounty. We're going to go ahead and fast travel there. Then we just need to head south, and we should run right into it.
What do you mean you're leaving?
Shift's over. I have a life outside this place, you know.
A life outside our lab? No. No.
Which way is north?
Requires commitment. Absolute commitment.
I don't know what horrible stuff's going on there, but that area is full of enemies, so we're just going to ignore that for now. Ones that last time we were here we were told were too powerful for us. That should be our target right there.
There must be at least a few usable parts in here. Ah, it's warped. Just like everything else.
I found stuff.
Hello there. You wouldn't happen to have found any usable parts in all this debris?
Just bits of scrap, nothing complete. Can I ask why?
Westport stockpiles of replacement parts are nearly depleted. I need to find some parts to convert some of our automechanicals, non-combat parts. Fortunately, there's nothing here that's salvageable. Auntie's bombs sure take their toll, don't they?
Indeed they do. What exactly are you trying to convert your mechs to do?
Let's just say to fill Westport's needs. If you follow the road heading north, you can't miss it. Used to be a sight to behold, but the war hasn't been kind to it. To any of us.
Such is the way of war.
True enough. A few years ago, I couldn't have imagined us running short of anything. And now here I am, digging through scrap for parts. But I digress. Was there anything else? Need to get back to my hunt, you understand?
Where was this convoy of mechs headed?
Unless I missed my guess, this looks like it was transporting damaged and malfunctioning automechs from the Vox station to the Automech repair center to the south of here. The center is... Say, you don't work for Antes, do you? This is beginning to feel more than a little like you're digging for intelligence.
I assure you I am not.
Fair enough. As I was saying, the Automech repair center is south of here. Regrettably, subjects of Westport no longer have access to the repair center, hence my need to scavenge.
Were these all damaged by Auntie's attack?
Yes and no. The bomb certainly took a fierce toll, but I suspect these were all in various states of disrepair even before Auntie's offensive, which has made sorting out where to begin my efforts here rather difficult. There should be a manifest somewhere, but it's nowhere to be found. Nor are the troopers who should have been escorting this. Or their bodies.
Perhaps the escort turned traitor and set the bombs off themselves?
These were stalwart defenders of the Protectorate we're talking about here. Not the spineless stumblewits that comprise the forces of Auntie's choice. No. Some other unfortunate fate has befallen them. Could have been any manner of terror brought upon us by Antes.
All right, been a pleasure.
Likewise. And please inform me if you happen upon any usable parts.
Well, that's actually what we're going to do. Well, that's kind of a sign that maybe some of the escorts got killed by a crapple. Alright, we have made it to our destination.
Who goes there? By orders of Marshal Donaldson, no one comes or goes to the Automech Repair Center without approval. What's your business here?
I just want to see what passes for Automechanicals in these parts and help where I can.
We could use the assistance, that's for sure. The gas leak has made our automechs a touch unreliable.
Marshal
A gas
Donaldson
leak.
likes to greet new arrivals personally. We'll let him know you're inbound, so no one shoots on sight. Oh, and fair warning, watch out for xeranium gas. We sprung a leak.
Sounds serious. Everyone all right?
Nothing too bad, aside from the headaches, nightmares, missing teeth, and headaches. One more thing. Don't cause any trouble around these parts. Donaldson runs a tight ship and has zero tolerance for lawbreakers.
All right. We got access. We do have an access card as well, but I guess our mechanic skill is high enough we didn't need that. Let's take a look around. See if there's anything of interest. Not really seeing it.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
And I don't have anything too interesting to say. It wants me to go here.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
And I don't have much to say. Not seeing any loot lying about either. Very disappointing. Well, that's considered stealing, so I guess we'll leave that alone. Alright. I guess we will move on. This is just on fire. Nobody's doing anything about it. That's a good sign. Can't even talk to you. Got an elevator there. Let's check this ground floor first before we hit that. Can't talk to you.
Outsider?
Nothing there. Okay, there's the chief machinist. Let's hit this elevator real quick. See if there's anything of interest, and then we'll talk to... There's a couple uniquely named people there. I'm sure that's who we're supposed to talk to next.
Did the authorities send you? Did my torrent of messages finally convince them of the vast crab-like dangers near at hand? What a relief. In here I thought myself dismissed as a loon.
If you expect me to stand here and listen to you ramble on, I'll need payment up front.
Ah, good. A captive audience. Money well spent. You must have spied those nefarious crabbles, roiling, rippling, bubbling, and churning out in the water. No one at the facility believes me, but I've seen it with my own eyes. Crabble numbers have swelled as they gather to defy us. A consortium, nay, an army.
Egads, you have a legitimate cause for alarm. Thank you, my friend.
You actually believe me? No, stranger. Thank you. With your confidence and support, I believe the Crabble threat can and will be defeated. Remain strong, and together we will outlast the Crabble.
You know anything about Automech parts? The Vigilant in Westport needs them.
Don't trouble me with automechanical matters. That life is behind me. Ask the quartermaster at the repair facility, assuming she hasn't been devoured by Crabbles.
Alright. I best be on my way.
Nice.
That made the quest noise. All this stuff's considered stealing. I didn't see anything. Related to that. That's weird. I don't know what that was for, other than for me to just get 350 bucks. Which I'm not mad about, but a little confusing. I swear it made the quest noise, but no pop-ups came up. It doesn't look like any of my quests got updated.
Oh, unfamiliar clientele. I
Hello.
was just lamenting the lack of new faces around here since supplies stopped arriving. And then you walk in. Name's Hazel. I'm sort of the acting quartermaster around these parts. You need any supplies? Talk to my friend the quartermech here.
Okay. I'm looking for some parts to reprogram combat mechs. You have anything like that?
You'd think that a fully stocked auto-mechanical repair center would have Automech parts, and 9 times out of 10 you'd be spot on. Trouble is, a bunch of supplies went missing recently.
Of course
right
they
around
did.
the time the quartermech completed a routine inventory.
Has the quarter mech been acting unusual lately?
As a matter of fact, yes. Recently, when the crates by the wall got too high, it began stacking supplies on the catwalk above.
I'd gather that their Automech programming is just as rigid as the rest of their society. Meaning, this Automech didn't misplace anything.
Logic can be a funny thing, you understand. One misstep can have the most peculiar results.
Fair enough. Could be the effects of the Xanium contamination.
Doubtful. Zeranium affects their aggression and targeting subroutines. Basic instructions would still be functional. The quartermech is my responsibility. Claim whatever parts you require from the missing supplies, and we'll call the matter settled. Delphinia's lab would be the place to search. We use it for storage, and our records indicate the supplies were present and accounted for.
Standard Earth Directorate protocol calls for a thorough grid search of the premises, Commander. Those parts are bound to turn up somewhere.
Are you acquainted with Delphinia? She's a scientist on loan from the Vox Relay, helping with the Zeranium leak and all.
Oh? We haven't met, but sounds like I ought to fix that.
Delphinia is not very nice.
Oh?
Or maybe she just doesn't like me personally. Anyway, she's very talented, and I'm glad she's helping out. And
I like
never
her
go
hair.
within 10 feet of her again. Best of luck in your search. Let me know if I can be of assistance.
Hasn't done anything that would make me dislike her so far.
Ambient Zeranium levels are higher than average, but within acceptable ranges. State your business.
You don't happen to recall misplacing any critical automechanical parts, do you?
This unit is incapable of misplacement. All transported goods are relocated in accordance with this unit's given directives.
Well, it was worth a shot.
Indeed it
May
was.
this unit be of further assistance?
We'll see what you got for sale.
All wares should be perfectly visible already.
Sorry, it tends to take things too literally. Maybe try phrasing the request differently.
Lull detected. Conversational status uncomfortable.
Initiate commerce.
Does that one compute, big guy?
Affirmative. Initiating commerce is one of this unit's default commands. Initiating commerce.
Alright, what do we got here? Was that Zynorator? Zarium infused. Interesting. Let's compare to what I got in hand. 22 times 3. Interesting. That might be decent. Advanced decryption key. I think we need those. I can only afford one. Yeah, I wasted a ton of money on health items. Peacekeeper armor. Nothing really seems to be an upgrade for what I already have. Yeah, we'll leave it alone.
See you soon, I hope.
Hang on, is all this stuff considered stealing? I want all the loot. Looks like we got a mess hall. Bathroom. Storage room. What we got up here? Nice balcony.
Might be wise to get that large gas cloud a wide berth. Don't think there's anything to gain by getting near it.
Let's see. Barracks. I don't know how the theft mechanic works in this game, but oh, this isn't considered stealing. There is that. So we can't steal the stuff lying out, but stuff in people's lockers is fair game. He's just a generic protector trooper. Oh, I'm getting too close to that bit of gas there. That's why my screen keeps changing. Is this the bathroom? Oh, no, this is
Glad to have you back.
another exit. Okay. What do we got here?
Give me a sec. Almost done with this work list. Another sealant failure, amplifier requisition, and 2 more cases of Zeranium exposure. We're a mite bit busy these days.
It sounds like it. Earlier you were arguing with the local marshal?
I'm afraid so, and you were wise not to get involved.
Oh, thanks.
The marshal is under a lot of pressure to deliver Automechs to the Vox relay station, but I'm responsible for their quality control. If even a single Automech steps out of line, it will be the end of me.
Okay. So blame the Zeranium gas. Sounds like the damage is already done.
Brigadier Montelli does not accept excuses, and he does not tolerate failure. The marshal is a good man, but he values speed while I value accuracy. Neither of us is wrong, but in this case, we both can't be right.
Fair enough. I'm looking for some Automech parts. Any idea where they might be?
Hazel should get you sorted right quick, assuming she has the parts. She's right between the barracks and the main gate. Can't miss her.
Yeah, I already talked to her. As I'm assuming that's the same place I buy supplies.
You want to see the quartermaster. She's right next to the gate you entered through. Under the marshal's office, she'll only be able to sell you our surplus, but you might find some of it useful.
Okay. Thought there'd be more to that. Maybe if I had either better speech or maybe better observation or something like that. Possibly that could open up some more dialogue there. A bunch of Automech technicians, some illegal stuff to do. All right, we'll move on. What we got in this building here?
What brings you to this fine establishment?
Caught a piece of shrapnel during the attack. What about you?
Zeranium poisoning. Only a mild case, but the doctors are withholding treatment to study my symptoms.
Oh boy.
Mercy. How do you feel?
Downright privileged is how I feel. Sick
Oh,
with
yeah.
pride, nauseous with courage, and chronically fatigued with honor.
Good grief. Alright, again, everything's considered stealing.
Yes. Let's have a look at you. No signs of Zeranium exposure, or anything else novel or interesting, apparently.
Oh, thanks.
Another humdrum workaday ailment, no doubt. Nothing requiring my vast expertise, surely.
I'm looking for Automech parts. Know where they might be?
Normally, I'd say to ask the quartermaster, but he died a few weeks back.
Oh, my.
Perhaps he's been replaced since? I wouldn't know, as I've had my hands full since the attack. Failing that, I imagine you could ask the technicians here. One of them might know.
You mentioned Zeranium. Can you tell me anything about it?
Oh, gladly. I've rather dedicated my life to researching its unique form of matter. What would you like to know?
What exactly is it?
Zeranium is a crystal. Even in its raw form, it generates energy. But once refined and stored in a quasi-gaseous state, its output increases exponentially.
Interesting.
Zeranium is found in a liquid state as well, but it's far too hazardous and inefficient for our needs.
Gotcha.
Refined uranium is used to power nearly all major protectorate technology. It's an amazingly efficient power source. However, it's also highly unstable and must be mined exceedingly carefully. Even minor bumps or jolts can cause uranium crystals to explode.
Dang. Okay. How do I keep it from getting uranium poisoning?
Total avoidance is best, but try to get out of the uranium as quickly as you can if exposure becomes necessary. Come to think of it, there may be some exciting new breakthroughs in the near future. Our visiting scientist next door is working on a device that shields the user from uranium's effects, though she was having a spot of trouble last I heard.
Okay. All right. We definitely don't need. Yeah, we got another side quest. That'll definitely be interesting to do while we're here.
Yeah.
There's uranium contamination there and there. Oh, this is the contamination that was getting us before. Yeah. Oh, we're in the danger zone. Protectorate Warden. All right, we'll leave these uranium infected areas alone now. Check out what do we got here.
Oh, yes, I adore interruptions. I was just saying, what's best for stoking the spark of invention? Regular disruptions to one's train of thought. Now, what is it you want?
Looking for some Automech supplies the quarter mech misplaced.
Now that you mention it, there was one particularly insistent little mech who kept trying to put all manner of bric-a-brac in here. After several firm remonstrations, I told it the interior of this building is off limits while I am working here. Didn't see that peculiar little scamp again after that.
Okay, so you're an inventor. What exactly are you working on?
Oh, we'll get to that presently. Now tell me, are you familiar with uranium gas?
You mean the clouds of fumes in the hangar outside?
One and the same. That building took the brunt of the damage during a recent attack, and now it's spewing valuable uranium all over the place. I could speak at length about uranium's many captivating intrinsic qualities, but suffice it to say, in its gaseous state, it's rather deadly. So what am I endeavoring to create? A protective device that shields its wearer from uranium's remarkably unsavory effects, as well as other forms of harm.
Interesting. Sounds useful. How's that coming?
Quite splendidly, if I do say so myself. The principal function of the device is confirmed operational. I merely need to work out some minor implementation concerns.
What's that?
Alas, while I'm occupied with inventing this shield gadget, I also find myself in need of assistance regarding its key components.
Okay. I'd be willing to help.
Good, good. Wonderful. As an added incentive, I'll allow you to keep one of the prototypes once the work is finished, so you be sure to give it your all. Now
I'm
here,
almost certain
you'll
we're going to need
apparatus.
this.
It's for collecting stray uranium effluvium. Gas, that is. My supply is running low from all the iterative testing I've been performing. Merely activate the device once it's inside a uranium cloud, the one around the main hangar specifically.
Okay.
Try to avoid any fields of dense uranium, or death is all but assured. Any questions?
Does the gas need to be from the hangar, or would any uranium gas do?
Normally, yes, but on the off chance that environmental exposure has altered the gas here in any way, I'll want to work with local samples. Ideally, the resulting shielding will protect against any gas, but since it's of utmost importance that it work on the gas here, I'll be calibrating against that.
Okay. All right, that's everything I need to get started.
Oh, so exhilarating to have a new subordinate. I look forward to thoroughly scrutinizing your work. Now, shoo shoo! Off with you now! Gather those samples! Shoo!
All right. So let's actually make that our active quest, because I almost guarantee that that is going to be required to finish the quest that we were working on. So let's bounce over to that. An Aegis against the Miasma? Miasma? Right, now the question becomes, how do I activate this device? Let's see. Does not count as a weapon. That's fancy. Distraction device, explosive grenade. That seems to be all I have. ED primer that grants a moderate heal over time of use. Okay, that's my inhaler, I assume. Resources, other items. It's not here. No, those seem to be it. All right. How do I use it? I gotta like run in here and hit it real quick. Uranium's dangerous. Found throughout Arcadia. Powering projectiles, automechs. Setting in uranium poisons you, lowering your maximum toxicity. Too much uranium poisoning can be proof fatal. Okay.
Commander, I think this stuff is eating my lungs from the inside.
All right, we got this uranium. So does that recover back over time, or did I just lose that little bit of toxicity level permanently?
My little minion. I trust you've made progress in your tasks?
Indeed I have. Here's your sample.
What did I tell you? Perfectly safe. Either that or you tolerate uranium poisoning like a champ. Good for you. Should you suffer from any lingering symptoms of contamination, visit the medical center and they'll get you squared away.
Okay, okay.
Now, on to business. The device already generates a field exactly as specified, albeit on a very small scale. Still, progress is progress. What's needed now is something to help extend and shape the field around the user.
Okay. Catalytic amplifier should do the trick, I would think.
Capital deduction. Where have you been all my career? You'll be pleased to learn there's one right here at the facility, in the Dragoon that's patrolling just outside.
All right. I'm guessing the locals weren't keen on parting with the rare component?
You guessed correctly. Our chief mechanist was rather hostile to the idea. So you may have trouble getting your hands on the catalytic amplifier.
What was the chief machinist's problem with your request?
I'm sure he's just being cautious. Should Auntie's choice attack us, we don't want to be caught defenseless. No doubt he also seeks to retain an unspoiled automech, since the others are by now riddled with uranium poisoning.
Okay, tell me about this Dragoon.
Dragoons are a mainstay of our military. The design has been in production for decades. I had a model of one when I was young. All children did.
Oh?
You must have seen the large automech patrolling the interior grounds. That is the Dragoon.
Okay, I'll go get it.
Good. A flexible mindset should behoove you on this task. Perhaps the chief mechanist will prove more receptive to your request. Failing that, be prepared to exercise creativity if needed. One last thing. The Dragoon must not be harmed. Not only would the amplifier likely be damaged, but we'd both be summarily executed, assuming we survive the firefight that ensued. Well, off you go. Shoo.
All right. So we'll talk to the machinist about this.
If you need something, kindly make it quick.
Definia's looking for a catalytic amplifier.
She and I have been over this 100 times. Please understand, the original staff of this facility were rounded up and refreshed because they couldn't safeguard a protectorate asset. Why should I follow their example by reducing our sole working Dragoon to a pile of unpatriotic scrap? I can't. I won't.
Auntie disabled this facility. They think you're dead in the water. Prove them wrong.
That's a fair point. It's not as if they've come back to finish the job. Perhaps they assume we're already beaten. All right, how's about we get the Dragoon situated over here, so I can extract its vital organ? One catalytic amplifier as
Oh, okay.
upgraded. I hate to lose another Dragoon, but desperate times call for desperate measures.
Indeed they do. I trust you're not going to get any trouble over this.
Not a chance. Donaldson has done everything in his power to get this facility online. He can't blame me for doing the same. Be seeing you, stranger.
Okay. Speech skill coming in handy yet again. It's always fun when the speech skill actually matters in games.
Well, any closer to obtaining the catalytic amplifier?
Here it is.
Oh, superb. I'm almost tempted to ask how you managed it. But pressing on, just a moment to remove what I need and install it in the prototype. With this gadget, you'll be shielded against more than Zeranium, you know. Damn near everything, as long as it's charged. Now, report to Marshal Donaldson, if you please. He's rather impatient to end this crisis so he can turn his focus back to the war.
All right, I'll let him know as soon as possible. Oh, thanks for the shield.
Don't thank me. Just doing my part for the sake of the paradigm, same as anyone.
All right, excellent. Gas energy deflection apparatus. The gas energy deflection apparatus is a gadget that grants you a temporary shield protecting you from damage and hazards such as Zeranium. Activating the gadget applies the shield, depleting with damage taking or time spent inside of a hazard. After a duration or enough damage is sustained, the shield will disable automatically. Reactivating the gadget while it's still active resets the duration and the amount of shield remaining. So what, we just mash Q and it'll just stay on, I guess? Interesting. All right, we got 2. Oh, we finished that quest, so it selected another one automatically. Okay, I see. All right, and with that, unfortunately, we're going to have to end the episode. Thank you all so very much for watching, and have a good one.